Hi collective, it is Ina. I am back with another reading for you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope things are going good for you. So I apologize that I didn't upload a Monday, or I'm sorry, today this video is being uploaded on Monday, but I'm sorry I didn't upload a Sunday reading for you guys. I've had so much going on in my life and I've been trying to get rest. I've been feeling like just a little extra tired. You know what I'm saying? So just been really focused on getting enough rest so I don't hit like burnout or anything like that. But I have a really good love reading for you guys. So I decided to pull some cards to see what options you guys have in love. So today's reading is going to be set up a little bit differently. I think, at least what I think right now, is what I'm going to do is I pulled cards for 3 different people who were in your energies. For some of you guys, maybe only one of the energies may resonate for you as an option. For others of you, all 3 may resonate as an option. But I really do feel like for most of you watching me, at least 2 of these 3 options are going to resonate for you. And even if one of them you haven't met yet, I feel like you are going to meet them soon. And the reason why I say this is because on Sunday, we had a lunar eclipse with a full moon in Pisces. So I feel like a lot of people have undergone like transformations as far as when it comes to their emotional body, including yourself, collective. And I know I felt the shift. Like I definitely felt a shift, or like just a release in karmic energy. And it's like transformation as far as releasing karmic energy emotionally that isn't working for you. So some of you guys can have people coming back from your past who have changed, like authentically, like genuinely they have changed, and they could be coming back and presenting themselves as a love option for you. Okay, but what I think I'm going to do is put a bookmark in the description for each option, so you guys can just kind of skip through the reading. So if one isn't resonating for you, you can just skip through to the next one. That's what I think I'm gonna do at this time. You know what I mean? I'm not sure, because by the time I'm done with this reading, I might just be like, let me just edit this real quick and upload it. You know what I mean? But anyway, I have your first option here. So how I have it set up is I pull cards so I could really tap into the energy of the person that I'm talking about, so you'll know who I'm talking about. For some of you, you may not have met this person yet. Or for all of you, this person is in your energy. I don't feel like these are predictions. I mean, it is in a sense, it is. But I feel like these options, you are aware of them. They may not have approached you yet. They may not have asked you out yet. But I feel like they're circulating you. They're around you in some sort of environment or somewhere you frequent. These people are aware of you, and they have been like contemplating or debating coming towards you. So this may resonate as someone you know. You could talk to this person, but they just haven't asked you out yet, or they just haven't asked you for your number yet. You know what I'm saying? Or things just haven't really fully kicked off yet. Maybe you are just getting to know this person. Whatever, put it where it goes in a timeline. But I pull cards to see how these options view you and what it is about you that they are finding attractive. And then I pull cards on the person so we can learn more about this individual. And then of course I'll pull some tarot. You guys, I got new cards too. So if you guys are interested in knowing what the cards are, let me know, and then I'll take the time to put it in the description box for you guys, because I ordered them through Temu. It only took like 2 weeks for them to get here, but I'm so excited. I really like them. I'm satisfied with them, the cards that I got. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and get into this first option that you have here. And obviously this is a reading for my singles, okay? But your first option here is being represented by the number 3 solar plexus, okay? And you have decisions here coming up for them. It says you are at a critical decision point in your life. Making a clear and confident choice will lead to positive outcomes, okay? I feel like this is, whoever this option is, this is someone who's very confident. They're a very confident person. They could even have like something about their body that could be very prominent or strong. You know, like they could have a strong body, or They can have a very square, boxy body. I don't know. It could be something very prominent about their physical build. Doesn't have to be, but that's kind of what I'm picking up on. I feel like this is someone who definitely, they know who they are. This is someone, they are not insecure, but I don't feel like this is someone who is cocky. I do feel like they're confident. I feel like this is overall a positive person that you could be dealing with. I do feel like, yeah, this is like a positive person who has a strong mentality. They have a strong mental. This is definitely like a leader, a natural born leader. I feel like this is someone who could be very structured. They could be obviously very decisive in their decision making. Like I said, they have a strong mind, all right? So this is not the type of person who's easily persuaded by others. They're definitely not a follower. These are not people who are a part of like a beehive mind where they do what everyone else around them do. If anything else, people around them are doing what they do, all right? So like I said, a leader. For some of you guys, this could be like an entrepreneur. Doesn't have to be. At minimum, there's some sort of boss, okay? But I feel like this is someone who's doing more than that. This is someone who's very confident, very strong, very bold, all right? We also have the, it's okay to make mistakes sometimes. Friends can help you get back on track. We have this card here. So I feel like this could be a person who relies a lot on their friend group. They're very close to their friends. Friendships matter to them, all right? We have the lifeline card here, which is the 3 of Hearts, but in tarot, that's the 3 of Cups. It says you have a strong vitality and mental strength. You also have a proactive and enterprising personality. So like I said, this is a leader. This could be a business owner. They are mentally strong. This is someone who has a lot of mental fortitude. I also feel like this is someone who has a lot of integrity, morals. I feel like this is someone who will do right by you. You know what I'm saying? Because they believe in doing the right thing, and not like they're trying to be right or they're trying to be perfect or acceptable by society. I feel like this is a person who does the right thing because that's just how they are. They have morals, they have values, you know what I'm saying? So this is not the type of person who will drag you or betray you, betray your confidence. You know, like if you tell them something about yourself, this is not the type of person where in a breakup, they're gonna go around telling everybody what you told them. Like this is a person who have morals, they have standards, they give respect as well as they require respect. You know what I'm saying? We have the Jack of Hearts here, the marriage line, which this is the Knight of Cups. So it says they are pessimistic about marriage, and it's difficult for them to imagine what marriage is like. So I feel like you could be dealing with someone, regardless of their age, they may not have ever been married before, okay? Because they're pessimistic about marriage. Or if they were married, that's why they're pessimistic about marriage, you know? Or this could be someone who's never been married, and it's because they've been kind of like, I don't know about that. I don't know about getting married. Or they've been married and divorced, and that's why they kind of like, I don't know about getting married. You know what I'm saying? It's something like this that's going on. And I feel like this is a part of the reason why this person is so like, has like, they have a close-knit friendship group, or they rely on their friendship group a lot, is because like their friends have always been there. Lovers have not. Lovers come and go, but their friends have always stood by their side. So this is a person who's very loyal, I feel like. This is a very loyal person. And I feel like whoever this person is, when they come into your life, they may be in your life already, like we already know, put the timeline where it goes. This could be the past, the present, or the future for you. But I feel like when this person comes into your life, this is someone who's going to be different from what you're accustomed to. They're going to be very, very different. I feel like this is someone who's very relaxed, all right? Just looking at the limbs from the figure on the card, I feel like this person could be like tall or maybe slim, you know? But definitely they have a strong body because they have a strong mind, okay? For sure. I also feel like whoever this person is, They could have been feeling negative for whatever the reason about marriage. They could have been someone who was a little skeptical about like taking commitment to a place of marriage. But I feel like whoever this person is, because like I just said, there's been like a clearing of karmic emotional energy with the lunar eclipse and the full moon in Pisces. I feel like this is someone in a place, especially with the decisions card here, who has decided that they want commitment. They want marriage. I feel like whoever this person is, they want to be married, but they have not always felt this way. They have not always been like this. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with this 3 of Cups here, for some of you guys, this could be someone from your past. That doesn't have to be the case. For others of you, though, where it doesn't resonate as a past person, because a lot of you may be like, you don't want anyone from the past. I feel you. I'm the same way. You may not want anyone from your past. You know what I'm saying? So if this isn't resonating as possibly a past person, because remember I said some of you will have people from your past that will come back as a new version of themselves because they really genuinely have changed. And this doesn't have to be someone from your deep past who drug you. You know what I mean? This could be someone from your recent past that's coming back. You know what I mean? This definitely would be no one who's hurt you or broke your heart in any kind of way that's coming back. These will all be people where there were endings, but it wasn't like painful, they ripped your heart out your chest type endings. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I feel like if this isn't resonating as a past person, this is most definitely someone who will come into your life after you've gone through a period of being alone, or you've gone through a period of solitude for whatever the reason. Maybe you were healing. Maybe you were pessimistic about relationships yourself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you weren't really mingling like that. Maybe you just didn't feel, maybe you were focused on other things. For whatever the reason, you could be coming out of a time in your life where you've been spending a lot of time alone, and then you meet this person, all right? Also feel like if you so decide to deal with this individual, this will definitely be someone that you're going to experience a lot of celebrations with, but not just like partying and hanging out. I feel like you guys are, it's going to be a lot of family celebrations, like you're going to attend marriages with this person, baby showers with this person, like family dinners, but like a big deal family dinner, not just your traditional like Sunday dinner. It'll be like maybe it's a family reunion and everybody's getting together during the family reunion for a dinner. It's like those types of moments, you know, meaningful moments that take place between loved ones. But it's going to be a lot of that here. So maybe this person has a big family. Maybe you have a big family. Maybe both have big families. And so together you're going to be going to a lot of celebrations and a lot of gatherings. But I also feel like this is a person who wants marriage, okay? They didn't always want marriage, collective, but then they met you and they want marriage. And we already went through the marriage line, but I want to talk about the fact that we have the Knight of Cups here. This is someone who's very romantic. This is a person who is, I feel like, very intuitive, because both of these like palmistry cards, both of the ones that came out are cups for this person. So I feel like they're a very loving person. I feel like they're tender. At least that's how they're going to deal with you. They may not be like that in their natural everyday life, but when it comes to you, they're going to deal with you in a very tender way. They're going to treat you very gently, no matter your gender. You know what I'm saying? If you're a man here, you got a woman who's going to deal with you right. If you're a woman here, you have a man who's going to deal with you proper. You know what I mean? They're not going to deal with you rough, talk to you rough, treat you rough, or disregard how you feel or your emotions. I feel like this is someone who's very intuitive themselves, or they follow their instincts. They're very instinctual type person. They do what comes natural or what feels right for them, all right? But I feel like they're very romantic type of a person. I feel like this is the type of individual who will buy you flowers, or they will like to receive flowers. You know what I mean? Kind of just put it how it goes. But this is definitely someone who will give you tokens of appreciation, small gifts that show you they appreciate you, boxes of chocolate, or maybe they order lunch and send it to your job, or, you know, they send flowers to your job. They take you out on a special type of a date for no reason, just because, you know. This is that type of person. I feel like they're very lovey-dovey. They could like to touch a lot. Maybe they like to touch you. I feel like they're very intimate. This could be a person who likes like making love, okay? This could be like a hugger or a hand holder or something like that. But let's take a look here at how this person views you. So we have the Lakshmi card, and this is the goddess of abundance. I choose to feel abundant. Wealth is an inside job. And then we have kisses, all right? It says unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. You guys, I wanted to take a sip of water and I forgot my water. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Hold on, water break. Okay. So this is someone who views you as abundant. Some of you guys really could be well off financially. You can have your shit together. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me fix my chair. You can have your shit together. You know what I mean? So you could be like abundant in a material way. But I feel like really what this is really focusing on, this person views you as someone essentially who's sweet. You're a sweet person. You know what I'm saying? You're very loving, unconditionally loving. That's how this person views you. They view you as someone, they view you as valuable. They see your value. They see your worth, whoever this person is. They see you for more than what you look like, or how your body is, you know, or what it is you have. Because like I said, some of you are materially abundant, but this person sees the value in you as a person. They view you as someone who is very passionate, but passionate about yourself, you know, passionate about life. They view you as someone who understands who you are, and you are like in alignment with that. Like, you know, like they view you as a person who may know like what your purpose is in life, and you are pursuing that. You know, they view you as someone who has a lot of love to give. You're very loving. I feel like they could look at you as someone who's looking to be in love, or you're someone who's looking to fall in love. You know what I mean? And they may feel like that's perfect, because I feel like this is someone who wants to be married, okay? So let's go ahead and get into your tarot. And we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So I think that this is very fitting. This is this person's energy. So they could very much be an earth sign. And also that energy that's coming in from the lunar eclipse with the full moon, that took place on yesterday, this is affecting the mutable signs. So this is affecting the signs of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So if you know any earth signs or anyone who's like a Virgo, a Gemini, and I'm saying that specifically because we have the King of Pentacles here, which made me think about the signs that are supposed to be like the ones who are affected the most by the lunar eclipse on yesterday, and that full moon in Pisces are the mutable signs: Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. But like I said, earth signs could be significant for you guys, specifically Virgo, all right, could be significant for you. But this is someone who is reliable. This is someone that you can count on. This is like, you know, Big Daddy. You know what I'm saying? This is a person who has their shit together materially. You know what I mean? This is someone, like I said, they're reliable. They're always there. They're family oriented, it feels like. The energy feels like a person who's very family oriented. So, wow. All right. We got the Two of Pentacles. And look who's at the bottom of the deck now. The Queen of Pentacles. I feel like in this, for some of you guys could, like I said, this now could be predicting, because now we're kind of tapping into the timeline of if you do choose this person, because you got options here. Remember, 3 options. This is just number 1 of 3, right? So if you choose this person, the tarot is going to give us an idea of what being with this person would be like. All right, so we got the Two of Pentacles here. I feel like this is someone who's very busy, but they're going to fit you in. That's what I feel like. I feel like you're someone who's very busy, but you're going to fit this person in as well with the Queen of Pentacles here. I also feel like you guys match each other's energy in the sense where you're both reliable, you're both dependable. You know what I'm saying? You both got your shit together in a sense. I feel like when people view you or see your life in the outside world, they're viewing you and seeing you as someone who has your shit together. But tell us more here. We have the Five of Pentacles. Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, again, I'm kind of getting like the energy of having to leave someone out in the cold. That's what I'm getting with the Five of Pentacles being here. You could end up dating multiple people. You could end up dealing with the Two of Pentacles here and the Five of Pentacles. This energy that I just described, when you meet this person, you can meet them at a time where you're dating multiple people or you have multiple options in love, and you're definitely going to have to make a choice. And I just said that. Like, I literally just said that. We have the Nine of Swords and the Hermit coming out. Yeah, someone's going to be very hurt here, right? So for some of you, this option is going to resonate. If this option is resonating for you, then one of the other two options is going to resonate for you as well. And I feel like one of those other two options, you're going to have to use your best judgment, because you know, the tarot is kind of giving us insight into what happens if you choose this option. So the tarot could tell you something different in the other options, right? But if you choose this particular option, you are going to have to leave someone out in the cold. You're going to have two people to choose between. You could be dealing with two people, okay, at the same time, and this energy being one of them. But there's going to be someone else here you're going to have to reject and leave out in the cold. With the Nine of Swords and the Hermit, I feel like this person is going to be like depressed, or maybe not depressed because it's not the Five of Cups, but it is giving the vibe of a person who would kind of like withdraw for a while. Like they may not date for a while after that. That's what I'm getting. We have the Sun here, but I feel like they'll get over it eventually. But it does feel like someone who's gonna withdraw some sort of way once you reject them. Yeah, we have the Eight of Wands here, Page of Swords, and the Page of Cups. When you meet this person, or when this person comes along, I feel like for some of you guys, you're going to have someone else who's going to come and try and move things forward with you. This could maybe be someone you've already rejected. Hold on, let me pull all of your cards. But I feel like you guys are going to have someone who's going to want to come and move things forward with you, and maybe tell you how they feel about you with that Page of Swords, Page of Cups. But they should have been told you this. This is something they should have told you like a while ago, but they are just now telling you. You know what I'm saying? They're just now telling you about it. So I feel like once you meet this solar plexus person, and you start getting to know this person, you're dating this person, you're going to have someone from your past to come back. And this person is going to tell you how they feel about you, you know, because they didn't tell you the first time. This could be maybe why you rejected them, or, you know, I feel like you rejected them, okay? You are in separation with someone here, okay? And this person is going to come back while you're dating this other person who's sure about you. So this energy I'm tapping into right now, this could have been someone who at the time wasn't sure about you, and then you moved on with someone else, and then that's when they're going to come back, and that's when they're going to say, yeah, Seven of Pentacles, that they're ready to move forward, or they want you to reconsider your decision or not dealing with them, because now they want to tell you how they feel about you. They want to tell you about all their emotions and all that kind of stuff now. Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This is someone who's been holding on to you, okay? This is like a possessive type person. Ace of Wands. This person, like, they have a lot of passion for you, but I feel like it's something that has happened within them where they've cleared out like their own karmic energy they may have had going on, and it's like a renewal of passion that they have for you. It's like all of a sudden this person is passionate about you now. Ten of Wands, they're burdened by seeing you. They could be seeing you move on with the solar plexus person. That's what we're gonna call this option. We're gonna call this option right here the solar plexus person. They could be seeing you, whoever this energy is, could be seeing you move on with the solar plexus person. And remember, the solar plexus person is sure about you, collective. They know what they want from you. They want marriage from you. Remember, they see your worth. They see you as Lakshmi. They see your worth from the beginning. They see your value. All right. They view you as someone who's very loving, unconditionally loving, has a lot of love to give. They want that love. You know what I'm saying? This solar plexus person said they see your worth, collective. They see what you have to offer, and they want some of that. They want some of that. I feel like this is someone who's going to be pretty sure about you from the beginning, that they want to lock you down, that you are someone they want to be married to. Because I feel like this is also someone who had to work through some karmic, emotional energies that was blocking them or keeping them from wanting to be in a higher level of commitment. And marriage doesn't have to be for everyone, but I feel like this is this person's story. You know, that's what they had to work through. And now this person feels like, you know what, I think I might want to be married. I think I'm ready to actually settle down and trust someone and build a relationship, because they've done the work on themselves, you know, and they've gone through that phase in their life where their friends were like, their friend group was the most important thing to them. But I feel like their friend group was very important to them because lovers were wavering, I feel like. But just as easily as people came into their life, I feel like people left their lives when it came to love. I don't know. So you're meeting this person at a very auspicious time, and they're ready for love. They're ready for marriage, and they see your worth. And it feels like you have someone here from your past, probably your more recent past. And if they are from a far away past, I mean, they could be. But this, like I said, would not be someone who broke your heart and drug you and all that kind of stuff. But this person, they may not have seen your worth before, or, you know, they had their own issues that they were battling with, that they couldn't see you for who you were. But now they've had some awakening or realization, and they are burdened, I feel like, by seeing you move on with this person, you know, because when they come back into your life, they're going to see, like, you're dealing with someone now. You're dating someone. This person's serious about you. And now this person wants to come in the final hour and tell you how they feel. I feel like this energy that I'm tapping into is the energy of a person who was a self-sabotager. When you met them, they self-sabotaged the situation between the two of you. The situation between the two of you came to an end because this person was foolish. You know what I mean? And now that you've moved on, now they want to fight for it. Again, I feel like a part of a like self-sabotage energy that this person has. And this self-sabotaging energy doesn't necessarily have to only be in their love life. This person could have a tendency to sabotage themselves in many areas of their life, okay? We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this person wants to put in work with you now. Death card here. I feel like since you stopped dealing with this person, they've changed. Like I said at the beginning of this reading, this person, I feel like, has genuinely changed, and now they're in a place where they're ready to put forth the work. Also feel like this is someone who could have been focused on saving money too, you know, making money, saving money. And it's like now they want to make time for you. I feel like this could have been someone also who was very focused on money when they met you, and now they're ready to like make time for you and get to know you better with the Three of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? This is someone who wants to put in the work with you now. But now the challenge is that, you know, things between the two of you have ended and you're dealing with someone else. So you're going to have an option. You're going to have two soulmates to choose between, because I feel like both these people you have some sort of soul connection with. We have the Five of Swords, but you're going to have a choice. You're going to have to choose here. We have the Lovers, okay, which can represent a choice here, and the Devil. Yeah, I feel like someone here, like I said, self-sabotaged. They let the devil get in their ear. They let the devil tell them a bunch of things that weren't true, and they listened to it. You know, the inner devil, the devil from within, of course. You know what I'm saying? They got in their own way when it came to the two of you being together. This person with the Five of Swords. This could have been someone who was jealous of you, collective. Or this also could have been people, this also could have been like the people around them, with the Devil card showing up, and it did show like the devil literally in someone's ear. So this person could have been around a group of people who was jealous of them, and maybe jealous of them being with you, and was spewing a lot of negativity into this person's ear, which didn't help, because I feel like whoever this person was a bit pessimistic when it came to love, or just when it came to you. They probably wasn't feeling the most confident. They were focusing on their money, you know, so maybe that was like taking a negative effect on their confidence as well. And I feel like they listened to this. They gaslit themselves, or they were gaslit by like maybe people that were around them. Yeah, the Lovers here again, trying to plop out with the World card. So I feel like this is someone who, like I said, they've ended like a toxic cycle here of maybe self-sabotaging when it comes to their love life. They could have maybe ended connections here between them and certain types of friends that they realized weren't the best for them. A specific type of a friend group here. They could have also, with the Lovers coming out with the Five of Swords, they could have also been holding on to a past relationship with someone who could have cheated on them, and who could have just played a lot of mind games with them, gaslit them to make them think them cheating was their fault or something like that. And this person has ended that cycle with that person as well. Tell us more, Holy Spirit. So when you met this person, they could have been very well holding on to their past. All right, the Two of Swords. I feel like you're not going to choose this person. I feel like this is someone who's going to want to move things forward with you, but none of these wands have like leaves on them like the wands normally have leaves on them. I feel like these wands don't have leaves. So this is someone that you may not have a lot of passion for them anymore. Like your passion for them could have died down. But I feel like whoever this person whose energy I'm tapping into, they're still very passionate about you. But I feel like things have shifted. This person let the clock run out between the two of you. They the time that they should have spent courting you or telling you how they feel or getting to know you or making time for you, instead of spending that time like that, they spent that time listening to negative thoughts, their own negative internal dialogue, listening to negative things their friends had to say about you. You know what I'm saying? And they allowed that to influence them, and they squandered the time that should have been spent getting to know you and spending time with you. They squandered it, and they ran the clock out doing that kind of shit. And now I feel like with this Two of Swords being here, you're not going to move forward with this person. I feel like they're going to be heartbroken here. And I really do feel like this is someone who's going to retreat emotionally, and it could send them into another awakening, which is for their good. It's always for our highest and greatest good, right? All things. And this could maybe tug on your heartstrings to reject this person. But yeah, the Fool with the Sun card, I feel like you're going towards something new. You're going to take a risk in a different direction. Your feelings for this person just isn't the same. They, you know, it's over. Like the time frame that was allotted for the two of you has expired. All right, I'm gonna pull a couple of oracles. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, this solar plexus person, I feel like this is going to be a person that a lot of you actually choose. If you're someone who wants marriage, if you're not, you may choose a different person. Like, you don't have to choose this person. We all have free will, right? That's what makes us like powerful beings. All right, tell us more about this energy, Holy Spirit. Divine timing. Believe in right timing. Divine timing. Missing you, thinking of you at the bottom of the deck. We have past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons. Yeah, so there's like a soul connection here. I feel like it's a soul connection here between you and this person that just wasted the time between the two of you. And I feel like there's also a soul connection between you and the solar plexus person that a lot of you could end up meeting like after dealing with this person, briefly though. But either way it goes, I feel like you encountered both of these energies during a time in your life where you weren't doing much dating, or you were spending a lot of time alone. I feel like you encountered first this person's energy I'm tapping into right now, who like squandered the time between the two of you. I feel like you encountered this person first at some point in your journey of solitude, or yeah, or something like that. Yeah. And then you end up meeting this solar plexus person, and then this person comes back. We have loyalty, trusting, reliability, believing. I feel like this person is very loyal. We have curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Yeah, they had a negative mindset. Distance, separation, space, blockage. Yeah, this is someone you're at a distance from. But yeah, this person had a negative mindset. But I do feel like they're very loyal person. There is like a past life connection here. And things could have turned out the way it did between the two of you, because this could be some sort of continuation, a storyline between the two of you that is continuing on. Okay, so, oh wow, I'm getting like a way deeper message right here. So this may not be for everyone. This reading is going to be so long. This may not be for everyone, but for some of you, you've lived like many lifetimes, right? And when it's your last reincarnation, you have to wrap up any like open chapters in your life, because you don't have another lifetime to come back and finish doing things with certain people. So anyone, including lovers, where you may have had open past life karma between the two of you that was unsettled, you're settling it. There is something that happened between you and this person in a past life, and you guys came into this lifetime to you're resolving this energy for yourself, because I feel like for a lot of you, if this is resonating, when you leave this place, you're not coming back, or you aren't coming back for a real long time, because you've been on earth reincarnating for many lifetimes, right? So that's what I'm getting with this past life energy here. And I do feel like this person does feel a sense of loyalty to you. And I do believe that this person is believing in divine timing. Like things are going to work out how they are supposed to work out, when they are supposed to work out that way. And they are believing this because with this Knight of Pentacles energy, this is someone who is dragging their feet and moving really slow with your connection. But I feel like what this person is failing to realize is that literally they ran the clock out with you. But divine timing, yes, for the transformations that they are going to experience to develop them and prepare them for their next big relationship, seems like for a lot of you, it just won't be with you. It's going to be with someone else. So you guys kind of helped prepare each other for your next person. So whatever you experience with this person most definitely helped prepare you for the solar plexus person. I feel like whoever this person is, they helped you to clear like any karmic energy, wounds, emotions that you were holding on to that was attracting these type of people who was like not sure on you. They like you, they're into you, but at the same time they're cool on you, or they're very intimidated by you and don't want to express how they feel about you. It's like you cleared something in your own emotional body so that you could attract people who really are sure about you. You know what I'm saying? So you guys helped each other. Like in that sense. Yeah, we have running, okay? Ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So this person could have been someone who did that type of stuff. Ghost you, disappear, run off, go. They could have even chosen to deal with other people over you. But this person, I'm telling you, they are going to come back. And when they come back, you're going to be with the solar plexus person. And I feel like this is someone who's going, the solar plexus person, they already know. They're going to be sure about you from the beginning. They're going to see your value. And they're going to be courting you, dating you. This person's going to be very romantic with you, okay? And I feel like during that time, this person's going to come back to you and pour their heart out to you. And I feel like it's really going to tug on your heartstrings, but I do feel like you're going to decide to move forward with this Two of Swords and the outcome, potential outcome position. You're going to decide to move forward. You know what I mean? I feel like you're going to just decide to like block this person. But give me one more, because I mean, the Two of Swords can also represent a person being in two minds and being confused. And the Two of Pentacles is at the center of your reading with the Tower card here. For some of you guys, this person coming back into your life could be very shocking. King of Wands. I feel like this person who's coming back is very passionate for you, okay? Very passionate for you, a very passionate person, all right? right? They could be a person who has a bit of a temper. They could be a leader too, you know, like natural born leader. But I feel like this is someone who needed to find their way. And when you two met, they hadn't quite found their way yet. Tell us more about this Two of Swords in the Tower. I really do feel like you guys are going to choose to move forward, though. But tell me more about this Two of Swords in the Tower. But I feel like it is going to be shocking for you. And it is going to pull on your heartstrings. You have Judgment here. All right. I feel like you're going to use your wisdom here. You're going to use your wisdom. We have the Page of Cups. Give me one more. I feel like a lot of you, you're not going to choose this person. Yeah, Seven of Swords. I feel like you're going to decide to move away from this person. I feel like a lot of you have clarity about this person. That's what I'm getting from this Seven of Swords, because she looks like she is, this hand here is reaching and picking up one sword, which will leave the Six of Swords, which is the energy of going towards calmer waters, you know, and things obviously weren't calm with this person. They weren't sure about you. They were in and out, or they would ghost and disappear and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. And with that one sword, that hand is picking up, I feel like that's clarity. That's you gaining clarity, using your rightful judgment, using your wisdom to make a final decision, which is to move forward with the solar plexus person. That's what I'm getting. All right, that concludes this one. So let's go ahead and look into option number 2. Okay. All right, collective. This is option number 2 for you guys. So option number 2 is being represented by the number 4, firm foundations, okay? And that is the 4 of Pentacles. They have the challenges card here, and it says, you are facing challenges that are helping you grow stronger. Overcoming these obstacles will lead to significant personal rewards. All right. Also, they have here this card that says travel, movement, and transportation are influenced. The journey will be swift and will also be successful. Okay. They also have the marriage line card with the palmistry cards here being represented by the King of Hearts, which is the King of Cups and Tarot. It says the fortune in making money will increase after marriage, and the couple may create a large fortune. They have the 8 of Diamonds here with the palmistry card. It's the heart line. That's the 8 of Pentacles. And it says, they are shy and reserved in character and won't take the initiative. However, there is pure love hidden in their hearts. Okay, for some of you guys, this energy that I am about to divine could resonate as the energy that showed up in option 1. Okay, this could be that energy. All right, for some of you, it doesn't have to be. It won't be for all of you. But for a lot of you, I feel like this energy is going to resonate as the energy that showed up in option 1. Okay. But I feel like whoever this person is for you guys, this person has been through a whole hell of a lot. They've had to grow and overcome a lot. They really could have a nice body. Okay. They really could have a nice body. For some of you, they could be chocolate. They don't have to be. But for some of you, they could be. Okay. This person is chocolate on the card. This is someone who could also deal with back pain too. They have a lot of worries, a lot of burdens, a lot of struggle that they go through. All right. But I feel like this person definitely had to overcome a lot of challenges in their life. And I feel like they did it successfully, and they're stronger and they're better because of it. All right. And I feel like this person has grown stronger mentally because of the stuff that they've been through. It's made them stronger mentally. All right. And therefore could have made their body stronger. It could have caused this person to want to work on their body. This could have been a way that they got through a lot of the things that they were going through was by working out. All right. Also, I feel like this could be someone who's interested in cars. They like cars. They collect cars. They work on cars. They're a mechanic. They race cars. It's something about cars here. They're really into cars, okay? Or they just have a broad knowledge of cars or something like this. But with the firm foundations, the 4 of Pentacles being here, I feel like this is someone who's very possessive, okay? I also feel like this is someone who could have been holding on to things from their past, all right? Yeah, I feel like they could have been holding on to things from their past that they had to overcome. I feel like this is a person who maybe like hoards emotions. They harbor like maybe resentment or anger from people who did them wrong. They don't address it because like the card says, this is someone who won't take the initiative. All right, they are shy and more reserved. So this is someone who may not always like to address problems head on. You know what I'm saying? This could be a person who's a bit passive aggressive. All right, but whoever this energy is, but I do feel like this is someone who is holding on to you as well. I also feel like this is someone who could have went through a time where money was tight for them. They could have went through like a season of poverty or just lack, financial lack, just literally not having enough financially. And I feel like this is someone who has even overcome that. Hold on one second, you guys. I feel like this is someone who has even overcome that. You know what I mean? When you met this person, it could have been a time in their life where they were very focused on their money. They have probably overcome a lot, but this is probably one of the main things they were focused on, was not being in lack financially, having enough financially, and having extra, especially if you guys are dealing with a man. They could have wanted extra so that they could even date, and maybe they didn't even have enough money to be able to afford to date when you met this person. If you're dealing with a woman, this is a person who is very focused on their foundation, like solidifying their life financially so that they could be self-sufficient. They didn't want to date and be out here being codependent, you know, linking up with men or possible masculines, you know, so they could be okay financially. This is someone who wanted to do it on their own so they could really meet someone and get with them for love, you know. And I feel like no matter the gender, this person had been very focused on this. I do feel like this is someone, if you do choose to deal with this person, they may not have the most money in the world. I'm not saying they don't have any money. I do feel like they have overcome like this stage of lack or poverty that they were in. I do feel like they have overcome it, but I still feel like there's a lot of room for growth. And I do feel like if you do connect with this person, or if you do link with this person, I feel like you guys will grow wealth together, because this particular card, this King of Cups card right here, it does say that the fortune and making money will increase after marriage, and the couple may create a large fortune. So I feel like this is someone that you will make a lot of money with, right? They may not have a lot when you meet them, or they may not have a lot when you guys start out. Okay, but when you guys get together, things will shift and things will change financially for this person. All right, I feel like for both of you, and I feel like the two of you coming together will fortify you both financially. Money could be very important to both of you. Money is important to everybody. I feel like it should be. It should be. But I feel like money could be very important to both of you, right? As far as like from a foundational perspective, not saying money should be important to everyone from a materialistic sense, but you need it to live. You need it to survive. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like both of you can probably relate to this. And the two of you coming together will surely give you a stronger foundation together. I feel like this is the type of person the two of you would get together and actually budget together, save money together, write out your expenses. I feel like the two of you together will both be focused on money, you know, and building wealth. And I feel like you guys will be very, very good at it. The 8 of Diamonds here, that is the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like this is someone who's very focused on work. They work a lot. I feel like when you get with this person, that's something that you would have to contend with, because, you know, it's a third party here, and the third party is work. This is someone who's very serious about making money. But if you choose this person, I feel like that's a way that the two of you will align in that sense. The two of you will be very serious. I feel like about loving one another, with the King of Hearts being here. That's the King of Cups and Tarot. I feel like this person is they love love. I feel like this is a sucker for love. You know what I'm saying? With the King of Cups here, but they do have a tendency to suppress their emotions. They hold back their emotions. They hold back how they feel. I feel like this may not be the best communicator of their emotions. However, I do feel like this is a person who works a whole lot, but they do love love. And that's something you will have to contend with, is that this person will be working a lot, okay? But let's go ahead and take a look at how this person views you and what it is that makes you attractive to them. So we have Shekinah, all right? The presence of the divine feminine. This person views you as the divine feminine collective. They put you on a high pedestal. I feel like this is someone who may view you as a goddess, okay? Goddess not as like in the divine creator of the universe, but goddess as in God. When God, I say he, but we all know God is both feminine and masculine energy. All right, but just in a traditional sense. When God created everything, he left a piece of himself in all of it, the animals, nature, human beings. And a part of our power that makes us the divine beings we are is the fact that we're able to tap into the God energy within us. Men able to tap into their God energy. Women able to tap into their goddess energy. So I feel like that's what you have done, or at least that's how this person views you, as someone who has tapped into that divine energy. They look at you as a divine being. They look at you as being a piece of God, or they look at you as being an angel. They definitely look at you as not like a regular person. They just don't, okay? They view you as someone who's special. There aren't many people out here like you. Right? This person I feel like when they met you, you brought happiness into their life, or you brought some sort of light into their life. This is someone who's really attracted to that side of you. They value you in this way. So this person could have been in some sort of depression when you met them, because it's like a huge focus on this person being attracted to your light, or the happiness and the joy that you bring, or your divinity. They view you as being someone who was different from the rest. You know, they hadn't met anybody like you before. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes you attractive to them. It says, at the center of everything, there is light, and I am light. You're a person also who's very confident, right? And I also feel like you inspired this person to build confidence, right? Also, too, I feel like that's a part of how this person builds their confidence, is through their physical body, their physical vessel, keeping their body strong. We have the camera card here. It says, reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. I feel like this is someone that you have known and you have separated from. And I feel like this person thinks about you a lot, okay? You've known this person. This is someone from your past, okay? But like I said at the beginning of the reading, this could possibly be maybe someone from a recent past. It's not someone where it was some sort of huge fallout between the two of you, okay? But there was definitely like a separation here. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot. Let's tap into the timeline with this person and see what it'll be like if you do decide to move forward with this particular option. Okay, option number 2. This reading is gonna be so long, you guys. I'm already like an hour in and I'm only on option number 2. This is crazy. Okay. This is a big reading. I didn't realize it'd be so big. Yeah, this is, I feel like, a person, like, even they've learned a lot, they've been through a lot, they are very strong. This is definitely a person who may be loyal. This is a person who's 10 toes down, like they know how to weather a storm. All right, this is a person who can carry a lot of burdens on their back and still overcome whatever situation the two of you are in. They can handle a lot of stress. All right, but I feel like in this person's past, because they could endure and handle a lot of stress, people purposely put burdens on them, financially specifically. All right, but Yeah, I feel like this is someone who could be changing for the better. Look at this, Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I shuffle and cut the deck in threes. So a lot of you guys could be coming from option one, right? And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're probably not going to choose this person. But anyway, some of you might choose this person though. Some of you might choose this person because to all of you, it may not resonate that you met someone like the person, like option one, you know, like that person in option one. That may not resonate for all of you. Maybe some of you block this person though. Maybe you block them. Maybe you don't communicate with them anymore. Maybe this is just a sign of separation. But this could also be like the energy that this person was in when they met you. They didn't know what direction in life they wanted to go in. They felt blocked. They didn't know who they were, you know? Hold on, water break. I feel like this person didn't really know themselves really and truly. I feel like you inspired them to do that. I feel like you also inspired them to build a closer relationship with God, however they believe or whatever their faith is. I feel like you inspired them to build a closer relationship with God. Tell us more. Wow, about this person. Okay. Yeah, I just saw the Five of Cups. I do feel like this is someone who like struggled with depression. Okay, we have 3 cards coming out. God. So we have the Empress, the Seven of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands. I feel like if you deal with this person, especially with this card here that says travel, movement, and transportation are an influence here, the journey will be swift and will also be successful. I feel like you will experience a lot of financial success with this person, but you guys will have to work for it though. With the 8 of Pentacles, it's not gonna come easy. You guys are actually gonna have to put in a lot of hard work and a lot of effort, but I feel like you will enjoy it along the way. And I feel like it won't feel as challenging as it may actually be, because it's 2 of you doing it and you're going to enjoy yourselves along the way. I feel like this could be someone who has a lot of financial burdens, and them coupling with you will help to ease some of those burdens for them. And together, if you're willing to take on, because you would technically be like taking on some of this person's financial stress with them if you get into a relationship with them or if you choose to go down a path with them, it will lighten the load for them. But what I'm getting collective intuitively is that financially it will be a bit of a burden on you. This may be the type of situation where you guys may have to split the bills and stuff like that, because they have a lot of financial responsibilities on their back. All right. But with the Empress, the Seven of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands here, I feel like if you do choose to move forward with this person, the situation between the 2 of you is going to move very, very fast, okay? I feel like this is someone who's thought long and hard about what it is that they want. They're no longer confused. They no longer feel like blocked and don't know how to figure out what it is they want out of life. I feel like this is someone who's revved up and ready to go. They want you. This is what they know. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Like I said, this is someone who has a lot of people who count on them or who look to them for resources or some sort of provision, right? But I feel like nonetheless, this is someone who still wants to give to you, all right? 6 of Cups, King of Cups, all right? This person they're still having to give to their past. And there's baby pictures on here and a photo album. So they could have someone here that they have a family with. Got the King of Cups and the World card. I feel like they have genuinely closed out a cycle with this person. Whoever it is that they have to give to from their past is probably someone they have children with. But yeah, they still got to give to their past. Or maybe they have parents that they have to help out. Or siblings that they help out. You know, cousins they give loans to. It's something like this. But this person still wants to give to you. But the situation is going to move very swiftly between you guys. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about pregnancy, but with this particular Empress coming out here, she is pregnant. It's an emphasis on the fact that she's pregnant. Number one, I feel like you're someone who's already very abundant on your own. However, I feel like this is someone who may want more children. So this is something that you may want to consider with this person or not, because not everyone wants to be a parent. And it depends on where you are in your life. If more children is something that you want. You may not want more children. You may want more children. You could be able to have as many children as you want, but you just may be like, I don't want children though. Some people, everybody don't want kids. I don't know. So I feel like that may play a factor here in the situation with you guys. We have the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I do feel like this is someone who's going to be like this is another person who's going to be very intimate, right? I feel like this is a person who's very romantical. They're going to get you gifts just because, you know, they were thinking of you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like a lover boy or a lover girl. They love love. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is definitely someone who wants a relationship with you. For some of you, this could be a same-sex connection. It doesn't have to be. With the Six of Swords here, I definitely feel like there are things that the two of you would have to work through. Things that you would have to sort through, because I feel like this is someone that you're in separation from at this time. So in order for the two of you to come back together, they're probably going to have to show you that they changed. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like this is someone who's gone through some sort of transformation, especially emotionally. They had some things they had to work through. But this is something where the two of you being in a connection is going to move very fast. We have the Seven of Swords here with the Knight of Pentacles. I also feel like this is someone who is like, with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, I feel like this is someone who could be like, taking their, like, they could have money problems you don't know about. That's what I want to say. Let me clarify this Seven of Swords though. What's the Seven of Swords? Yeah, Six of Swords. I feel like they have financial issues you don't know about, yes, but I also feel like you guys are going to have some issues that you need to work through, and I don't feel like it's going to be easy. It's some sneakiness here with the Seven of Swords. I feel like there are things here you don't know about that this person needs to tell you, all right? And I feel like that could be another reason why you moved away from this person. They have things going on in the background when it comes to finances and family obligations that you don't know about. And the Sun is here at the bottom of the deck, so this could be someone who's finally wanting to like tell you the truth. I don't feel like it's necessarily like negative things that's, you know, deception, major deception, especially with the Sun being here, but I do feel like this is someone who's going to have to make some things clear to you, or shed some light on some things, because it is some sort of sneakiness going on that, if not addressed, could be perceived as something like very toxic or something like that. Yeah, you guys are definitely going to have to work through some things. This is not going to be an easy relationship with this person. You're gonna have to tarry with them. Like I said, this is a King of Cups person, and from like the indicators on some of their cards, this is a person who may be a bit passive aggressive, or if they have an issue with you, they may not directly address it. This could be stuff that they may hold on. They may hold on to their upsetness, and it'll come out in different ways. You know, like they could be upset with you for something you did last week, and this week you cook something, and then they get upset about it because they're like, you know, I can't eat such and such, you know, I'm lactose intolerant, and you put Parmesan on this, and you're like, but you always eat Parmesan, and they just go off because they're like, you don't consider me, da 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 da, and it's all because of something they were upset with you about from last week. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. I feel like this is someone who's done a lot of changing, but I feel like they still have a lot of growing and developing to do. That's what the energy feels like. But tell us more, Holy Spirit. These cards got all mixed in all of a sudden. I feel like this person is like, dealing with them could be a bit complicated, like more complicated than it needs to be. Is really what I'm getting. Things with this person could be harder than they need to be. I feel like because this person holds in a lot of their emotions, it makes things harder in the relationship. But they are going to be someone very romantic, very loving. They're going to be a gentleman or a gentlewoman with you. We have the 10 of Pentacles here. And I do feel like this is someone you're going to build a lot of wealth with. But I just feel like this is one of those relationships where it'll be a lot of work dealing with this person. You know, you really have to ask yourself, is it worth it? We have the Death card. I feel like this is someone where you guys would be definitely doing shadow work. Like, you know what I'm saying? You definitely be doing shadow work. You definitely be challenging the other one to grow. That's the only way this relationship would be able to work. Because if not, this would be like one of those relationships of irreconcilable differences. I don't feel like I said that right, but that's what it would be. Irreconcilable differences. You guys just would not be able to see eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. And I feel like it would be mainly because of this person and their inability to really open up and be vulnerable. I feel like this is someone who feels a lot. They have a lot of emotions. And I feel like they are expressive in the sense where they like to show you how much they love you, but they're not expressive in the sense where they talk about what they're going through. Negative emotions. They don't address those. They like addressing the romantic emotions, you know, but they don't address the negative ones. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like there'll be like a huge emphasis on money in this relationship. I mean, not necessarily in a negative way, but I just feel like this will be a relationship where the two of you make a lot of money together. We had a King of Pentacles. I feel like if you go down this timeline with this person, your relationship is definitely going to have this. Every relationship has challenges, but I feel like specifically this relationship is going to have a lot of ups and downs and emotional challenges sometimes that you guys could avoid, but because this person has an issue with opening up, it's unavoidable. You guys have extra obstacles because they don't open up when they should. You know, they open up after the fact. It's like they let too much time pass before they decide to be vulnerable. And this it puts monkey wrenches into things, or it's gonna cause like struggle or delays, obstacles for you guys. But I feel like when it comes together and being happy as a family, I feel like you guys will create a lot of memories together. It's like a lot of vacations, a lot of trips, you know, just a lot of like family time at home. I feel like it's going to be like a season where you guys are going to be making money hand over fist. And we have the King of Pentacles here. I feel like this person may end up being like I'm hearing like a very successful entrepreneur. If the two of you get married, I feel like you guys are definitely going to achieve a lot of goals financially. With the Death card here, it's like I'm saying, like with the Devil, it's going to be a lot of transformation and change in this relationship, right? That's what I'm getting. Also, I feel like sex could be very significant here. A lot of love making, like a lot of intense love making, because that Scorpio energy keeps showing up. But like I said, it's going to take a lot of growth. You two are going to have to really want this connection, because especially you, collective, because this person is going to make it hard. And I don't necessarily feel like they may do that on purpose, but they have this thing that they do where they hold in their negative emotions, and by the time they're ready to release them, it's like they should have done it a long time ago. So it makes things harder. It makes things harder for you guys is really what I'm getting. We have the 9 of Cups here. So another thing is this person could be a bit of a drinker, because the deck cut on the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. This could be someone who maybe doesn't overdrink a lot. you know, but I do feel like this is someone who gets in states of depression or sadness, and they may want to party a lot, or they may want to drink a lot, or they may just drink more than usual. I feel like this is a person who has a tendency to overdrink at times, depending on how they feel. This could be another challenge to your connection or to your relationship, as the Nine of Cups is coming out in a challenge position. But I also feel like at the same time, even though this relationship is going to be very challenging, like I said, sex is going to be a huge, I think you guys will have a great sex life. At the same time, even though things are very challenging between the two of you, I feel like there's going to be something so fulfilling about this connection too, though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's going to be something very fulfilling, very satisfying about this connection. It's like it takes a lot of hard work to keep the two of you together. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you guys are able to do it, you'll feel like it's worth it. You know? All right, tell us more. I just have a couple more, and then your spread will be complete. Tell us more. We have the High Priestess, again, like sexuality with the Nine of Cups. This definitely would be someone you'd end up having children with. You know, even if you felt like you didn't want to have children or you don't want any more children, I feel like eventually you would have children with this person. I feel like this would be the type of person who would want to have children with you. You know what I'm saying? And I also feel like this is someone who would be a good father or a good parent. I feel like they would be very consistent. They will always show up. I feel like they will always take care of their responsibilities, especially financially. I don't ever feel like this is someone who will hold back resources from you for the children and things like this. I feel like these could be traits that may not be the most visible about this person, is that they are very responsible. I feel like they may not always be seen in this light, you know? And I feel like it's because this person has a very tumultuous emotional life, you know? I feel like they have a lot of emotional turmoil. Like I said, when you met them, they were possibly going through a depression, and you help to make them happy or bring some sort of light into their life. So this is like a hidden factor about them. They are very responsible, and you can count on them, and they are reliable, okay? It's just that sometimes they get sad and they drink. That's what I'm getting. It's real life, and people have shit, okay? Four of Wands, okay? You two would definitely be getting married. Look at this. These cards correlate together as far as how my spread comes out. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands. You would definitely marry this person. All right. It's giving like second marriage energy. Both of you guys could have been married at one time. If not, it's just like you guys would get married. The wedding would be like quaint, simple, understated, but very elegant. You know, that's what it's giving. All right. But yeah, I feel like you guys, despite your struggles, despite this person's like maybe battles with depression, maybe, you guys would have essentially a happy family. Very much an financially abundant family. You guys are going to have a lot of money together. You'll have a lot of money, okay? And you'll end up marrying this person. You'll definitely be having a baby for this person, okay? All right, I'm going to pull a few more of these oracle cards. See what comes out. And then we'll wrap this up. I still got one more option to do, and I'm an hour and 15 minutes in. I don't know why I feel so pressed for time. Like, what am I rushing for? You know what I'm saying? I got space on my phone. You know what I mean? What am I in a rush for? I feel like this is someone who may feel like they want to, like they may feel behind, or they feel like they got to rush things between the two of you. This is someone who may want to move fast with you, you know? They may want to move things real fast because they feel like they are running out of time. That's what it feels like. It's just like this person is in some sort of race. Mentally, they're telling themselves they need to do this. And I don't know, it feels like it could be the situation with you, yes, but it also feels like in life in general, this person feels like they need to hurry up and achieve the goals that they want to achieve, because maybe they're a late bloomer. You know, they could be a late bloomer. Earth signs could be significant. So this could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Maybe they're a late bloomer. Capricorn could be specific for you guys in this group. You know, maybe this person is achieving goals later in life, you know, and they feel like maybe they should have done it sooner. For some of you guys, it could be an age gap here, okay? We have the Empress and the King of Pentacles. If there isn't an age gap, there's a difference in maturity. But this person is very mature, very grown. Maybe there's definitely an age gap here. And there's like a difference in wisdom here, okay? I feel like you could be someone who's wise with this Empress card here. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what I'm getting. And that, I mean, it doesn't have to be for everyone. Maybe you're not wise. I don't know. Maybe. Because if someone's like wise, because maybe you're younger, you can still be young and wise. When I was younger, I was very wise. What you talking about? I didn't just get this wisdom yesterday. But wisdom can be a gift. I believe some people can be born with the gift of wisdom. I do believe it's like scriptures in the Bible that says something that speaks to that effect. The gift wisdom most definitely is acquired during your lifetime. You know what I'm saying? From experiences you go through. But also wisdom can be a gift, especially if you're what they call an old soul. Maybe you've incarnated a lot. And so you, on a soul level, you know a lot of shit. You know what I mean? So you have that, what would be considered a gift of wisdom. You just know what right from wrong on a deep level the most, okay? But let's pull a few of these oracles. Tell us more about this energy here, Holy Spirit. Yeah, first card out. We have two cards out here. We have stress and honesty coming out. Stress says turbulence, tension, arguments, honesty, truth. Yeah. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Yeah, I feel like this is someone who's hoping to come back together with you. But I do feel like you guys, like I said, this relationship is gonna be work. It'll be rewarding, it'll be worth it, but it is gonna be work. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you guys may have a lot of disagreements or arguments and things like this. You may have a lot of tension, or like the card says, turbulence in your relationship. But I feel like you guys, it's your wisdom collective that will help to balance the energy out. You guys will at least be truthful with one another so you can work through these hardships. I feel like it's your wisdom that will help you guys to be able to work through these hard times. I'm really just going to be honest, because these hard times happen because of this person. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. And I don't feel like they do it on purpose. It's a part of who they are. It's a part of how they operate. You know, it could be how they're wired. You know what I'm saying? As a person, based on their experiences in life, causes them to hold in toxic emotions. They do that. And they can blow up sometimes because they do that. And I feel like it's your wisdom that will help guide this relationship to where it should be. Anything else about this person, Holy Spirit? We have open heart. Okay, so it says receptive, empathy, vulnerable, unresolved situation at the bottom of the deck. Tell us more. Yeah, so I feel like you guys it's going to be a lot of like love making here. I feel like with all this pink here, I feel like you guys will be friends. You're going to actually like one another. You know what I'm saying? You're going to actually like each other as people. You're not just going to be together, you know, because you make a lot of money as a couple. The two of you together equal wealth for some reason. The two of you coming together, y'all can make money. It's like the way you support each other, you guys are going to end up making a lot of money. We have mistakes coming out here. It says misunderstood, victim, lost soul. But we have open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable. I feel like, oh, you guys, it's heart fog at the bottom of the deck. It says mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. I feel like this is someone who is, I don't know, they've been through something, and emotionally this person struggles. And I feel like it doesn't have anything to do with you. It doesn't have anything to do with the two of you's connection. But if you do decide to go down this path, because this person has a lot of wonderful traits, seems like, but they got this one issue that's a big issue. And I feel like this is someone who has made a lot of mistakes, because like they have volatile emotions. And they don't deal with their emotions properly. Negative ones. Good ones, they know how to express those. Negative ones, they don't know how to express that right. You know, so this could be the type of person that gets drunk and blows up. You know, or gets drunk and does something crazy. You know, like I said, passive aggressive. Mad at you this month for something you did last month. You know, and you don't even know because they didn't tell you. You know what I'm saying? Until they blow up on you about the fried chicken you cooked. You know they don't like fried chicken, but you fried chicken. I don't know. It's like that. But I feel like this is someone who's going to need a lot of grace. And I feel like you're a very empathic, loving person. So you're going to be able to provide that for them. And I feel like this is what's going to help to balance this person so they can become like more stable. I feel like you're going to help to this person to become more grounded. And I feel like they're already responsible. They're already reliable, but you're going to help them become more solid. You're going to help them become more firm, because you're actually going to provide this person with something that they need: emotional support. I feel like this is someone who's never had that before. Emotional support. They never had a person to actually stand by them emotionally and like love them and support them even when they mess up. You know, when they mess up, instead of telling them how much of a screw up they are, someone who's able to actually speak some sort of wise truth to them that helps to turn the lights on in their third eye or in their mind so they can actually change and develop. I feel like it's going to be constant growth here, because this person is stunted on some level emotionally. They just never got the proper love or guidance they needed. Probably goes back to childhood, maybe. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into option number 3. Okay, this reading already about to be 2 hours long. This is ridiculous. I don't know why I feel like this. I don't know why I feel like this, collective. Why I feel like, oh my God, this reading is so long. I'm telling you, this person is very concerned about time. For a lot of you guys, this person is what would be considered a late bloomer. And even if you don't think they are, they think they are. They think they have a lot of catching up to do. This person thinks that they just... This is someone who feels like they fucked their life up. They made a lot of poor decisions, and now here they are in the 12th hour trying to rebuild their life and be a responsible adult. And they should have been adulting and being responsible 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever, you know. But here they come. Johnny come lately to the responsible adult party. But actually, I feel like this is someone who is really responsible, but they didn't have the proper guidance that they needed. And they didn't have the proper, emotional support and love, like unconditional love. And I feel like you possess that. And this person has become addicted to that. And if you're an empath, you may feel so bad. Like, you may feel very bad for this person, or you may feel very compelled to want to be with them, even though you may know they may not be the best choice for you. So, you guys, make sure you use your best judgment, which is your intuition, and make sure you make the decision that is best for you. But let's go ahead and get into option number 3. So for option number 3, for you guys, so for a lot of you guys, what I got when I was pulling the oracle cards for your options, I feel like for some of you guys, this is the person who could be around you right now, but they may not have approached you yet. Okay, for some of you, if this resonates for you, they could have. All right, put the timeline where it go, past, present, future. But for some of you, I think it could resonate as someone who has not yet approached you. Whoever this person is, they're being represented by the 9 of Wands, okay? The number 9, spiritual strength. I feel like this is someone who is like, who's mastered something. They've definitely gone through some form of mastery. Also feel like this is like a loner as well. Also feel like this is a person who likes, they're a very informative person. I feel like they may have a lot of random facts about random things, you know? But I feel like this is someone who is like very strong and they've been through a lot in their life. I do feel like whenever you met this person or whenever you will meet them, this is someone who could have possibly given up on relationships because of like the terrible experiences that they've had with them. But I feel like there is something about you that could help this person to open up again, or make them, to help them to have hope again about relationships. They're being represented by this romance card here. It says romantic energy is flowing, bringing sweetness and tenderness to your relationship. New sparks are flying. I feel like this is someone who likes you. You know, they're interested in getting to know you. You know, this is like a brand new person. You know, you don't have any history here with them. But this is definitely someone who's had their fair share of messed up relationships, you know. They've definitely gone through the karmic loop of, you know, toxicity when it comes to relationships. So this particular card here says, what walls have you built around yourself? Some of these defenses may no longer be needed. I feel like when you met this person, however you met them, when you met them, they were very guarded emotionally, like I said, because of what they have been through. This person has been through a bunch of effed up relationships. But I feel like you inspired this person to like be vulnerable, or to let their walls down. Or this could have been a person who just spends a lot of time alone and just really wasn't dating for real. Like, even if they were having interactions with people, it wasn't like fulfilling, you know? It didn't satisfy them. It didn't fulfill them. This person had, even like I said, even if they were dealing with people, they had in some sense given up on relationships. So we have the 8 of clubs here, the wisdom line, which is the 8 of wands, okay? It says, such people have excellent management abilities and are good at negotiating and compromising. Suitable jobs for them include positions like store manager and on-site supervisor. So this is like a natural born leader. This is someone who could be a leader in the workplace. Doesn't have to be, but they very well could be, okay? We also, and I also feel like this is someone who could move up fast, right? In whatever industry they work in, this could be the type of person who moves up fast, or they get promoted quickly. We have the 4 of diamonds here, the heart line. It says they are steadfast in their loyalty, a bit infatuated with love, and are easily attracted to bad people. That's what I'm saying. This is another lover boy. This is another person who is like, I feel like this person could be a bit possessive, and I didn't mention this in option 2, but I feel like that person is very possessive. But and will be, so if you came from option 2, that person's very possessive and will be very possessive over you, especially because of like all the changes you help them to undergo in their life. But anyway, I also feel like this is another person who's very possessive, just because of, we got the 4 of pentacles here. All right, this is the 4 of diamonds. So that's the 4 of pentacles. That's why I feel that. And in option 2, that person was literally represented by the 4 of pentacles. Okay. So I feel like this is another person who's very possessive. I feel like they're a lover boy or a lover girl, but I feel like this is someone, like I said, who at some point completely gave up on love. But they fall in love easily, and they are easily attracted, like the card says, to the wrong type of people. They definitely have had a lot of karmics in their life. All right, I feel like that's pretty much it with this. Is very, I feel like this is someone who will want to move fast with you. It's another situation here where this person will definitely want to move fast. All right. This is someone who's definitely gifted. I feel like they could be gifted spiritually, could be tapped in. They could be a spiritual person, right? Or they could be into spirituality in some sense. And like I said, you have sparked, like you've ignited this person interest in love again. Like you make them feel like wanting to date. They didn't want to date before they met you, now they want to date. All right, so let's take a look at how they view you and what makes them be attracted to you. So we have the card Freya here, and this is the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. All right, and then we have the Phoenix here. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change the mind. I feel like this is the energy you brought into this person's life just by being yourself. You didn't do anything specific. I feel like just by having casual conversations with this person, because you could possibly talk to this person, but like I said, they haven't asked you out yet, or you guys haven't exchanged numbers, or you haven't been out on a date, but you guys could just have casual conversations. Just from those casual conversations, you have brought in some sort of like rekindling energy, you know, a transformation energy that makes this person feel like, hey, maybe I will date again. It's like it might be some viable options out here. I feel like that's how you make this person feel. Hopeful about dating. Hopeful, you know, about the dating pool, because maybe this person was like, somebody pissed in the pool and I ain't dating no more, you know. The dating pool is a freaking cesspool, you know. So, but I feel like you've helped this person to change their perspective. They definitely, you could be younger than this person, or you look really young. For your age, however old you are, you look younger, okay? I also feel like this is someone who views you as someone who's very spiritual, very tapped in. You have the ability to really read people, right? And maybe the two of you share this ability, but I feel like this person only got the ability to discern after being through so many karmic cycles in love, after getting their ass whipped by love. But they overcame. This is a strong person spiritually. This is a warrior. They definitely have like a spiritual team guiding them. You know what I'm saying? But they view you as someone who's very enlightened with like spiritual knowledge. You know what I mean? They view you this way. So maybe it's based on the type of conversations that you've had. They could also view you as someone who's gone through your own like life change, or you've gone through some sort of change in your life. You know, maybe you hit rock bottom at some point and then you had to rebuild your life. You know, that's this Phoenix energy here, because that's usually what happens with Phoenix energy. You hit rock bottom in some area in your life and you have to rebuild the whole thing from scratch, you know. This is what attracts you to this person more so than anything. It is your beauty though. This person does think you're very beautiful or you're very handsome, and they love the way you wear your hair, however that is. It could also be something here about like your body or the way you dress. Maybe you have nice taste, you have a flair, you know, when you dress or something like that. You could be a loud dresser, or maybe like patterns, loud colors. But it's just this person likes your fashion choices, or they could like your body, or not even like your body. That's not what I'm getting. What I'm getting is they could like your mannerisms, or the way you stand, like your posture, or the way you hold your body. It's something like this person likes. They like the way you stand, or I don't know. They like the way your body is. It's not even built, but it's like the way your body is. It's just the way you move your body. They like it. They like the way you move. They like the way you stand. They like something about your body here. But it's not like your shape or the build. It's, I don't know. If it makes sense, it makes sense for you. But that's what I'm getting. But this person is very attracted to that about you. So let's go ahead and get into your tarot. I feel compelled to use this one for this particular reading. Even though I shuffled the other deck, intending to use that one, but let's use this one. All swords. I cut the deck in threes and it cut on all swords. It cut on the 8 of swords, King of swords, 5 of swords. This person is definitely an intellectual. This is someone who would probably deem themselves as intelligent. They may even feel like sometimes they're the smartest person in the room. They may even play their intelligence down sometimes so other people don't feel stupid. I don't know, that's what I'm getting. I feel like this is also like a person who definitely overthinks. For some of you guys, may not be for all of you, but some of you guys, this person could like work in the legal field somehow, right? Doesn't necessarily mean they're an attorney or a judge, but it could be, but they could be like a paralegal or a security guard or a police officer or, you know, something like that. All right, tell us more about this person, Holy Spirit. The Empress is coming out. All right, so these tarot cards are going to give us a look into the timeline. If you do decide to deal with this person, what it will be like. We have the Empress here. Well, this person does think you're beautiful, gorgeous, very attractive person, no matter your gender. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Page of Wands peeking through at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you make this person very, very curious. I mean, with the Two of Pentacles, I get juggling. I mean, they could already be dealing with someone, and but now they got your eye. They have their eyes on you. That's kind of what I'm getting. That could be the current situation between the two of you. This person has their eye on you, but they're kind of already dealing with someone or something like that. But you spark their interest. You spark their curiosity. This could also be a person who's very passionate with this Page of Wands here. A passionate speaker, okay? Passionate in the way that they communicate. But with the Empress coming out here, this is someone who's definitely going to put you on a pedestal when it comes to the looks department. This is going to be someone who's going to want to show you off. It's going to be the energy of, look at my person. See my person? This is my person. My light going out, you guys. It's about to die. Let me hurry up. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Me and the light. You know what I'm saying? Me and the light. All right, tell us more about this. I'm going to switch the type of light I'm using. Hold on. Guys, I just need to give me a new light. You know what I'm saying? Why I won't get a new ring light? I don't know. And I'm trying to switch the light I'm using, and it's not going to the one I want to use. It's going to the one I always use. Whatever. All right, tell us more about this person. But yeah, this is definitely someone who feels like you are very attractive and they want to show you off. They will be very proud to have you on their arm. We have the World card. This is someone who's going to travel with you. We have the King of Swords here. This is someone who values knowledge. They're going to want to, this is someone who likes to talk, like to communicate. This is someone who's definitely going to talk to you a lot. Okay, they're an intellectual type person. Like mental connection is very important to them. I'm sorry if the lighting changed like significantly, but my light is dying. But this is definitely someone who's going to want to travel with you. All right. And this person has most definitely gone through their fair share of changes here. Okay. But you have, and this is someone who has very soft romantic feelings towards you as well. We have the Two of Swords here. With the Four of Cups. So they're definitely, I don't know, what's the Two of Swords? The Star. And the Nine of Pentacles here. You get a lot of attention. You get a lot of attention. I feel like this is someone who could be a bit like I said, like possessive. I don't think in a negative way. But I feel like this is someone who may not like all of the attention that you get. It's kind of what I'm getting with the Two of Swords and the Star. And the Nine of Pentacles here. Because I feel like for some of you guys, you are on display some sort of way. You okay? So maybe you're online. But it doesn't have to be. You very well could be online because the World card is here. This person may not like all of the attention you get. But if it isn't that, I definitely feel like just in your everyday life, you get a lot of attention because of how you look, because of how you dress, because of how you present yourself. This is someone who they're not gonna like that. I can tell you that now. But at the same time, they're gonna want to show you off, which is odd. This is someone who's gonna want you all to themselves. This is like a person who doesn't like sharing, or this could be the type of person who may like to be around you all the time. You know, they want to spend a lot of time with you. Tell me more, Holy Spirit, about this person. Yeah, so they may like to be around you all the time. Tell me more. Got quiet all of a sudden, the card. Tell me more, Holy Spirit, about this person. We have the Knight of Cups. I feel like this is someone who's very romantic. And we have the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like this is someone who's very romantic. I feel like this could be a person who works out. That's what I'm getting off this Page of Swords. Or they could teach people how to work out. Because the Page of Swords could be a student. So maybe they have a lot of knowledge about working out. And then maybe they teach it to people. Or maybe they like to learn different things about working out the physical body. But they definitely know about the physical form. Oh, my light went out, you guys. I apologize because my lighting probably is gonna get real dark now. I'm sorry. It's almost over. Shit. 2-hour reading. I'm sorry, you guys. I ain't know. I thought, look, I'm gonna pull these options. I don't know. I feel like if you do decide to meet this person, or by the time you get to them, it could be something here about, I don't know, like I don't know. Like me with this whole time thing, feeling pressed for time in this reading, I feel like it's very significant to your reading. Or maybe you meet this person at a time in your life where you're at the end of something. Maybe you're at the end of something. Something has been going on for a long time in your life. I know at the beginning of the reading, I picked up that for some of you, maybe you could have been like going through a cycle where you spend a lot of time alone, you know? So maybe you're at the end of this cycle. Maybe, you know, with this World card here, I feel like this is someone who's going to get you out of the house. Like the two of you are going to travel. You guys are going to hang out. I had 3 cards to jump out. I'm reluctant to take them, but I'm going to go ahead and take them. Let's see. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is someone, this may be like one of the first people that you connect with after a period of being alone, all right? But I also feel like this is a person who has a lot of knowledge. I feel like this is someone, because I was kind of getting Hermit energy for this person. So again, Virgo energy could be significant here too. You know, and this is someone who's cleared a lot of karma out of their life. This could have been a person who maybe has not been the wisest throughout their life, but they have gained wisdom, okay? Especially when it comes to like their romantic life. For some of you guys, I kind of feel like this energy, they could have some of the attributes that option 1 has. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that doesn't have to be for everyone. But especially if you listened to like option 1 and that really resonated with you, this person could have a lot of those same attributes. You know, they could be like similar in a way, these two options, if not the same person for some of you. Okay. And you have the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like this is someone, you're going to have a lot of clarity about this person, who they are in your life. Yeah, this is someone brand new with the Page of Pentacles being here. But there's this clarity here. I feel like this is someone who's very wise. You could be wise as well. And there's a lot of clarity for you here in this connection or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to put these back. But I feel like, yeah, this person could be connected to the law some sort of way. They could be like an investigator or I don't know what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting. For someone here, that's what I'm getting. And I'm also getting the fact of like the body, the human form. Okay, this person could work out a lot. That's what I got off of that Page of Swords. Or they have a lot of knowledge about working out. They possibly could teach other people how to work out. Or they went to school for it or something like this. It's a lot of cards falling out. All right, we got the Four of Wands here. I feel like this is someone who likes to have a lot of fun. You know what I mean? I feel like this is someone who wants to have a lot of fun with you. You guys could maybe go to a lot of family celebrations, like family parties, cookouts, things like that. Tell us more here. With the Four of Wands, I feel like you're not going to have a lot of time to rest. So if you went through a period in your life where you weren't doing much or you were just really keeping to yourself and you haven't really been socializing, with this person, that's over. You're about to be at a lot of cookouts, a lot of get-togethers, you know, just a lot of whatever. You know, maybe people going off to college, they have like, what you call those little things? The warming party before a person goes to college. Like you'll be doing things like this with this person. Family-oriented party events is what I'm getting. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. I feel like this is someone, Five of Swords. There's issues with money here. I don't know what that has to do with you guys. But we have the Five of Swords. Money could have been an issue in the past in this person's life. They could have maybe spent a lot of money on people or just like in past relationships. They could have maybe overgave financially. But at the same time, I feel like this could be someone who may, because of past experiences with money when it came to relationships, because this person, it seems like they like to do things because I got travel with the World card, you know. Passports, like out of the country travel, like going to the Bahamas or wherever out of the country is you guys would like to go. I feel like this person spends a lot of money on their people. And I feel like in the past, they could have been used for their financial resources. I feel like what you don't know about this person is that they're very generous. And I feel like they're a person, they could be a miser. That's kind of what I'm getting off this Four of Pentacles. They really could be a miser. They could be a person who saves every dollar and very particular about what it is that they spend. It could be that. But I also feel like this is someone who's very big on saving money. But at the same time, they're a giver, which is interesting. So maybe this person is someone who just really, they save money. You know, they hoard money. Maybe they have a lot of money saved. All right. But I feel like in the past, this person has been misused. But I feel like this is a person who's a giver. Like if you decide to go with this particular option, I feel like they'll give you a lot of money. That's what I want to say. I feel like they have money saved. But they could be tight with their money. Like they've learned lessons in the past, like not to give money so freely. So giving you money may not be something they may do right away. But I feel like once you guys hit some sort of milestone, or once this person, because I feel like this is a person who'll spend money on you, but actually give you money. It's like once you hit some sort of milestone, and I don't think you're looking for money from this person, but I feel like they've had an issue with this in the past. And that's why it's coming up. But I feel like once you guys hit some sort of milestone, or where they feel like, okay, I know the collective is really locked in with me, this is the type of person who would give you money. Freely give you money. Freely. Because they have, I want to say this person has a lot of money saved. But this could be a person who could have had like money problems in the past. Right? But I don't feel like they have money issues anymore. And because of whatever financial challenges they went through in their past, it changed their perspective about their money. We have the Hierophant. This definitely could be some form of teacher. I'm getting like a lot of different hits on professions, like a supervisor, a person who moves up quickly through the ranks. Law, a person could work in law, a person could work in physical fitness, or they could be some sort of teacher. All right. This person wants marriage, you guys, with the Hierophant card here. We had the Strength card here before. This person could have been cheated on in the past, or they could have been a cheater, something like that. I feel like this person is a sucker for a pretty face, or this is someone who likes attractive people. They like attractive people. This could have been a weak spot for them when they were younger. This could have been like a person who battled with infidelity themselves. Not just like their partner, but them. But the Hierophant is in the challenge position. I'm going to clarify it and see like why is that an issue here, because I do feel like this is someone who is going to want marriage with you guys. I feel like both of you coming into each other's lives is a challenge. This person's very traditional, and this can maybe be why for those of you where it resonates that you're online, this person may not like that a lot, because there's something about them that's very traditional. Okay. You have the Five of Wands here. They may not care for that. The fact that you're online. That could be an issue. Because this person views you as someone who's very, like, attractive. And they may not want you putting yourself out there like that. I don't know why. They could be someone who's older, with the Hierophant being here, or they have really took on the mentality of someone of like an older person's thinking. You know how sometimes like young men, I've met young men who think like old men. It's like they really have taken on the mindset of an uncle, or they really have taken on the mindset of a father, someone who raised them, and they're young, you know, thinking this way in their 20s, thinking like someone older. Like, why do you think like that? And sometimes it's not always good. It could be like outdated thinking, you know. Here too, I feel like this person could have some sort of outdated thinking that could show to be a blockage for you guys. Six of Cups is here. You have the Seven of Pentacles. This person could be very protective over something from their past. What's the Six of Cups? And because I already said that this would be a brand new person. So I feel like the Six of Cups is someone here that they could have known from childhood, or they just could have known this person for a really long time. And I feel like whoever this is, they're very protective over them. What's the Six of Cups? Use a different deck to clarify. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Very guarded, very protective over something from their past here. This is complicated. I feel like if you deal with this person, it's going to be things from their past that could pop back up and be an issue here. We have the Five of Swords, King of Swords, and the High Priestess. Oh. Clarifying the Six of Cups. I feel like this is someone here that they can have a really strong soul tie with. With the High Priestess. A High Priestess, and this is a love reading. So like the High Priestess is the one who's highly desirable but unattainable. Like you just can't have them for whatever the reason. I feel like this could be someone who may still have fond feelings here for someone from their ex. Or from someone from their past, an ex. That they may still be connected to because they share children. With the Six of Cups. But this person could have cheated on them. And this is someone who left them because logically they knew that that was the right thing they needed to do. They needed to heal. Like I said, this person has been through a lot of karmic situations, but it feels like they still have a tie that binds them, and it's children. And I feel like this person still finds this ex highly desirable, but they feel like it's someone they can't be with. That could play a factor here in this connection with this particular person if you do decide to link with them. I feel like this may be someone who no one will ever be good enough for them because secretly they desire someone else. That's what I'm getting. So if you are online or you have something that you're doing online, it's like even though this person sees you're beautiful or you're very attractive and they want to show you off, they're proud to be seen with you. At the same time, you being online is a problem. That seems so funny. I feel like this person creates issues. Like they'll create a problem so that there can be a breakup. It's like they'll sabotage the relationship. What's the Hierophant? I feel like this person will sabotage the relationship. And I feel like it's not on purpose. But it's like, I don't know. Page of Swords. Yeah, it has to do with some sort of doctrine or belief system that this person has. It's the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Again, like an emphasis on the physical body. This person could, you know, be into fighting or some form of martial art. The Star and the Ace of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you do online, this person may not agree with it. That's what I'm getting. I feel like this person could maybe be religious. For some of you, maybe they're a religious leader in the church. Doesn't have to be. But I feel like whatever it is that you do online, this person isn't going to agree with it. It's going to go against like some sort of moral belief or value that they have. And this is going to be like a burden for them, like it's, or a burden for you. They're not gonna like some sort of work you do. That's what I feel like. What's the Five of Wands? Yeah, that could end up being an issue for you guys. Especially if you're spiritual, okay? Because you're here. And this person is more religious. That's going to be an issue. That's what it looks like, you guys. This seems like what'll come out. This seems like very shallow. Like it would be a shallow connection. Like the only reason this person would be dealing with you is because of how you look. Because really they want someone they feel they can't have. And whoever this person is, they could be a very jealous person too. With the King of Swords and the Five of Swords. They could be a jealous person. They could still be very like jealous and territorial over their ex here. That they have children with. What's the Five of Wands, Holy Spirit? The Three of Swords. The Nine of Wands. You guys, I just don't see, like, I feel like if you connect with this particular person, it may not work out that well. Like, from this point, I feel like this individual may share a lot of attributes as option one. But with this coming out, I don't really feel like they're the same person. But they could be similar to the person in option one. Because I see heartache in this line. Like, I see this not being like a good timeline for you. And I see this being like a bigger deal for you in a negative way. And I see the relationship being a big deal in your life in a negative way. And the relationship for this person being like insignificant to them. Because all you were was another pretty face or another handsome person that they dated. Because at the end of the day, they're over here really concerned about an ex here. And like I said, this is someone who feels like they're the smartest person in the room, or that they have to play down their intelligence so they don't make other people feel stupid. That would mean this person is in the wrong rooms. I feel like it's something off or imbalanced with this person, because if you're so smart, why don't you get to where you're supposed to be in life, so that you're with people who are your equal, or you're surrounded with people who are your equal. We had the 9 of Pentacles, but I do feel like this is someone who is spiritually strong. They do have some gifts here. And look at you, like, I feel like, because it's a Hierophant, on this Hierophant is the man. And I feel like with you, it's the Hierophant here, but it's a woman on here, which could be the collective, doesn't matter your gender. I feel like both of you guys are wise, and both of you guys have wisdom in your own right, but I feel like you're traditionally untraditional, or it's something here about you valuing tradition, but maybe you do it in your own way. And it's just, this person is not going to see eye to eye with that. They're staunch here about something. I'm telling you, whatever it is you do in the spotlight, Aquarius could be significant here as well as Gemini. They're not going to like that. The Magician. And if you would be someone who wants to get married, this may not be a person who may want to even be married. I'm telling you, because they're stuck on someone here. This seems to be like a person who might have like narcissistic tendencies, or very selfish, or they just may not have the best intentions for you. You know, it doesn't mean they're a bad person, but I don't feel like they'll be good for you. I don't feel like this is a good option. I don't feel like this is a good option at all. All right, let's grab some love messages here, and then we'll call it a day. I've never done a 2-hour reading before, ever. This is the first time for everything. All right, first time for everything. All right, messages about this person, Holy Spirit, that the collective should know. All right, we have fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, fantasize coming out. Silence and no contact at the bottom of the deck. Tell us more, Holy Spirit, about this person. Silence and no contact. Past life deja vu. Non-committal, independent. This could be some sort of like karmic from a past life. This would get you like entangled. This would be like an entanglement in a negative way, like entrapment, or we have marriage, sacred union, cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. We have return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. Single, not in a relationship. Give me one more, Holy Spirit. about this person. We have like realizations, spiritual awakening. That came out and twisted. We have safety and comfort. Yeah, it came out and spun around. I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like for some of you guys, I feel like this could be someone where whatever this person seems to be, they are not. I don't feel like they're not. I know like a mask card didn't come out, but I feel like this is someone who could be like covering things up about themselves, or not even really covering up. I feel like this is someone who does have positive attributes. And I feel like they purposely allow those positive attributes to shine initially. So it does create some sort of like fantasy or facade to make a person feel like they are in a certain way that they really are not. This really does feel like a narcissist. Like, I know we don't have the devil, we didn't get the emperor in reverse, but I feel like you don't know this person well enough yet. It's not in your energy because they haven't shown you that side of them. But I feel like the signs are here. With this past life card, and I don't really get these types of options, I don't really get these types of messages too often, but return, you know, second chance opportunity, making amends. And then you guys have the past life card too. I feel like whoever this person is that you're meeting or you have met could have been a karmic to you in a past life. That's what I'm getting. And with the cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted, I feel like that this is someone who is that. I feel like this is someone who could possibly have delusions of grandeur. They look at themselves in a higher light that they are not even in. No one else sees them in that light, but they see themselves in that light. I feel like this is someone who is karmic. And I know I did get at the beginning of their reading, like they were drawn to a lot of negative choices in love. That could be their perspective. And that could maybe be what they may even tell you. But I really feel like for a lot of people, this person was the bad choice in love. That's what I feel like. I feel like this person is very karmic, is what I feel like. And I feel like they are in love with another karmic. Does that make sense? And in the interim, you know, this is someone they feel they can't be with because maybe they met a narcissist bigger than themselves that they are in love with some kind of way, that they're having a hard time letting go of. Or maybe this is even, maybe it's not even a narcissist. Maybe it's just someone who put up boundaries with this person but still deals with them for whatever the reason. I just don't feel like it's a good option for you guys, you know, but you got free will. You do what you want. But I do feel like dealing with this person will send you through some sort of awakening, obviously. Okay? But I feel like this is a person who can't be trustworthy. And something about them is not right. And then like with this Hierophant coming out with the Page of Swords, I just feel like it's something about their thinking that's outdated. It's old. Because the Hierophant can talk about outdated thinking. The Page of Swords can talk about delayed messages. It's just old thinking, old ways of thinking, old ways of seeing maybe men and women in a relationship, especially since it came out like this person really wants to show you off, or they really like your looks here. I mean, which is nothing wrong with that, but that could be a sign of a part of something having to do with this person's outdated thinking, especially if this is a man. This could be some form of misogyny, you know. Or even if you're dealing with a woman, it would be this type of woman who feel like men are stupid. You know, men are dumb. You know, that's kind of like the vibe that is giving. I'm not really going to do any advice. This reading is too long, but that concludes your reading, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a long ass reading, you guys. But If you guys are interested in a personal reading or any advice from me, my information is in the description box. If you did like the reading, if the information, if the messages resonated with you, make sure you hit that like button. All right, if you like my vibe, if you like the way I read energy, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. But collective, I got to go. I'll see you guys in the next one.